Okay. Oh god. So the first favorite, oh my god, it's not a favorite of this video. Please make sure to... Heyo, what's going on, guys? So as you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be going through some empties that I have. I never actually thought I'd be making a video like this, but I started collecting the products that I finished, and I actually came up with quite a few. These probably won't happen very often just because I don't go through products that fast, but you know, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, I would definitely be willing to continue doing them. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first empty that I have is the No. 7 Lift and Luminate foundation. I love this foundation. I go through these actually fairly quickly. I actually started to not love it as much at the end. I kind of, it was like fine. It still doesn't quite match my skin tone. It still oxidizes a little bit, so it does look a little bit darker on my skin. However, I do still reach for this because it's fairly cheap and it works really well. I do have a different favorite though, which I mentioned in my April favorites, which was the L'Oreal foundation. Love that foundation so much. But I will still reach for this one occasionally when I feel like I want it. And it also has SPF 15 in it, which I think is just really, really convenient. The next empty I have is the Makeup Brush Cleaner by Cinema Secrets. I cannot do my makeup without this. Like, this is what I use to clean my brushes in between uses. So like, let's say I want to use the same eyeshadow brush for 2 different colors. I'll use this to take off any excess powder in between. It does not substitute for cleaning your brushes. However, it does help when you're doing your makeup and you want to use the same brush for 2 different colors. I found this out from Kathleen Lights, I believe. I mean, literally in all my videos I mentioned her, so like, wouldn't be surprised. And after learning about this, like, I need it with me at all times. So when I repurchase, definitely, I always do. I actually have another one already on my vanity because I need one of these. The next empty I have is the Mario Bedescu Facial Spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. I used this to set my makeup, just because, in case I didn't want like a full-on setting spray, but I wanted something just to kind of like let the makeup kind of soak into my skin. I would use this. Would I repurchase? Probably not. I might just for the heck of it, or like during the summer when I'm not wearing as much like face makeup, or if my skin finally clears at some point and I want to like just kind of refresh my face. I would definitely repurchase this for that, but because I still wear foundation now, as a setting spray, it was fine. It's not like it's meant to be a setting spray. People can use it as that, but it's not like it's specifically made for that reason. So I think that's why I might not reach for this again. However, I can definitely see its benefits, and even like as a toner or something, I would definitely look for this again. And it's only like $5, and for Mario Bedescu, I mean, like, that's clearly like a well thought of brand. So I might repurchase this, but it wouldn't be like the second it's gone. However, this I most likely would, or actually no, I really wouldn't. Yeah, I probably wouldn't actually. This is the Tea Tree Water Toner Water from Lush. This took me more than a year to get through because, I mean, okay, for a while I wasn't actually using toner, so that's also why. However, this did last me quite a long time, and I really, really did love this. Would I repurchase? It's possible. I don't actually buy a lot of products from Lush anymore just because they're kind of expensive. I know they're like super natural and it's a really great like brand and company, but I wouldn't necessarily reach for this specific one. I do like that it was tea tree water. Tea tree water is really good for like acne, and it's really, really good for acne prone skin. So I did like it for that reason. However, it's also used for more oily skin, and I do have dry skin, so I would find that this made my face feel a little bit tight after I would spray it. And the spray, I don't think you'll be able to tell. No, I mean, there's literally nothing left. It is a very intense spray. Like you flinch when it sprays because it's so like harsh. So would I repurchase? It's possible. But I feel like there are other toners out there that I'd be willing to try that I feel like I would like a lot more than this one. We're just gonna continue on with the facial sprays. This is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I use this as a setting spray. I really actually like the mist on this one. At first I didn't like it, but then I kind of grew to like it. It's fine. I mean, it's e.l.f., you know, it's a couple dollars, so it's really not that much. Would I repurchase? Probably not. I do have other setting sprays that I like a lot more than this. like the Milani setting spray. I really, really love that one. So this one I might not, if I'm like in a crunch and there's nowhere else to buy like a setting spray, I might pick up this one because it's cheap and it just sets the makeup. I did actually find that it made my makeup last a bit longer. There was a period of time where I would use this and I literally thought that my makeup was actually lasting a lot more. So for that reason I might repurchase, but it's not like incredible, but it's only like $3, so like I probably would in the future sometime. So it's fine. This next product I've talked about in, again, my April favorites, but now it's in Empties. It is the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse, and this is what I use to take off all my makeup before I do any of my other skincare. It takes off my eyes and my face makeup. I love this. Would I repurchase? Yes, I already have, and I plan on doing it again. Once I've tried this, there's literally no turning back because I really wanted something that took off all my eye makeup and all my face makeup and didn't leave like a single trace on there. Before I was using the Neutrogena makeup wipes, and those, I know a lot of people actually don't like those, but I really love them, and I think it's just because I've always used them that like I've grown to really, really enjoy them. However, I don't trust that to take off my face makeup. I trust it to take off my eye makeup. It still does leave a little bit of mascara, but for the most part it takes it off. But for face makeup, I don't trust it at all. This takes off everything. I only use like a nickel-sized amount, and it literally takes off everything. So, and it is a little bit pricey. This bottle is about $13.50, and I think the full size is about like $42. So it is a little bit pricey because it is Dermalogica. It's a well-known brand. However, I think it's definitely worth the purchase because this lasts me roughly a month, and I use it every single night, so highly recommend. This next product is the e.l.f. Translucent Powder. This is like fine. I've used worse translucent powders. Like there's one, the NYX translucent powder, I cannot stand because it's super powdery, and I dip my brush in it and there's just powder everywhere, and I'm like coughing because there's just like, oh my god, I'm inhaling it all. So that one I like a lot less than this one, and I mean I did finish it. Would I repurchase? I mean, probably not. I'm actually using a Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder, and I actually love that one. Or I don't know if it's translucent, but anyway, I actually like the one a lot. This one is like fine considering it's e.l.f. I struggle with translucent powders, or I'm sorry, loose powders. I struggle with loose powders because with drugstore, a lot of them will do that kick up like the NYX one does. However, this one didn't really do that too much. I believe it set my face pretty well. If I really need a loose translucent powder that's fairly cheap, I'd probably repurchase this one. I think it's, if you want to start to get into loose powders, but you're not sure if you're gonna like them or not, I think this would be a really, really good one to try to see if you even like them or like using them, because it's like $3 or $4. Again, it's e.l.f., so it's a really cheap brand. And it's a really good way for you to kind of get into it because it's not too overly powdery. It is a little bit, but again, it's drugstore, you can't really expect much. So I feel like this one would be a really good way to kind of ease your way into it if you want to just see if you like it without spending like $38 on the Laura Mercier one, which is a holy grail of mine, but it's like $38. So yeah, would I repurchase? Possibly, but it wouldn't be like the first thing I grab. This next product is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Face Primer. I love this primer. I'm not a huge primer person because I feel like either you have to buy like the really, really expensive, like you know it's gonna do its job primer, otherwise there's really no point. The only reason I buy primers is for extra moisture. I don't know if you already know this, but I have really, really dry skin, and so for me, I need something to put on top of my moisturizer so that whatever foundation I'm putting on, especially if it's like a matte foundation, I know that my skin is very hydrated. And so that's why I use the Wet n Wild one, because it's really, really cheap and it moisturizes my skin. They like changed their packaging, so like I don't think you can actually find this one like anywhere. It's I'll show you. These are the other two I have. I am currently going through the matte one, which is in black, and then I just bought the dewy one because I didn't realize they had a dewy one because I only saw the matte one on like the Ulta app or whatever. So that's what they look like now, but anyway, it's the same formula, just different packaging. So I really like it. I think if you're not one that really likes primers, but you do want something extra to like moisturize your skin, I feel like this would be a really, really great grab just because it's cheap and it moisturizes, and I think it honestly helps my makeup. I think to a certain degree. This one, the only reason I don't like the matte one is because I do have dry skin, so I've found now that my makeup is kind of starting to break out a little bit on my skin because it's so dry, so I'm hoping that the dewy one won't do that and it'll help me. But yeah, if you have dry skin like me and you don't really want to spend money on a primer, but you also want something like moisturizing that's not quite like just a moisturizer, but it's supposed to make your makeup last long, I would definitely reach for this. The next product is the Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-Hour Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. I really did not like this. The reason I bought this is because in a like Sephora order online, I got like the free samples, you know, and I had this as a free sample, not like this, you know what I'm talking about. And when I tried it, I was like, oh, I think I really like this, because my go-to primer is the Urban Decay Shadow Potion Primer. That one has been my go-to since like 7th grade. Like, it's like my holy grail. So I wanted to try something different. This is really good in the beginning, but then suddenly at the end, like in the middle, it started to get really oily. So I would literally like squeeze it out of the tube onto like the back of my hand or onto my eye, I guess. And it would just be like oil. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's not what I meant. And then the product would come out. But the product would come out super, super runny because it was full of that oil. So I had to like almost shake this or like make sure that there was no oil at the bottom. I just don't like it. And I feel like it came to a point where my makeup was not staying on because this is so oily. So would I repurchase? Definitely not. I know there's some YouTubers that like it. I believe Zoella actually uses this and she loves it. Personally, I just don't like it. It's too oily. I don't like the application when I have to squeeze it out. I like the Urban Decay one where it comes out like as a brush applicator that you have to put on. I like that way more because it eliminates any oil that could be in it, and you already know the product is right there. You don't have to like squeeze it out and like get to the bottom, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just like that one a lot more, so would I repurchase this? Probably not. I feel like my makeup lasted for a while when I first got it, but then it kind of started to slowly not do that. So yeah, I just wouldn't repurchase it. For me, it's not worth the price because this also is a pricey product considering it's high-end. So this next product I also talked about in my February favorites. It is the Profusion Matte Lip Liner in the shade Nude Intrigue. I loved this. This is from Target, okay? It's a Target brand, I believe. Or it's not like a Target brand, but it's sold at Target. I love this. I don't buy lip liners that often. I actually got this for Christmas from my cousin. And I was kind of nervous about it. I was like, oh, it's like a Target brand. I've never really heard of Profusion. Like, I was really iffy about it. But I actually loved this so much. And I mean, I used it every single day when it was still, you know, in use. And I had to like convince myself to stop using it because I was like, there's literally no more product in this. I cannot use it anymore. I need to throw it out. And I really did not want to, but again, I had to. So, would I repurchase? Absolutely. I'm pretty sure I have to buy it in the 3-pack though, which I don't like because I went through this one super, super fast because it's not as much product. And then the other two that it comes with, which is the matte like liquid lipstick and then the shimmer that you can put on top, those I won't go through nearly as often as I will a lip liner. So I don't like that you can't buy it separately. Again, you might easily be able to, and I just don't know. And you might actually, online I think you can. I don't really know. So would I repurchase if it was by itself? Absolutely, because I actually really, really, really enjoyed this. And the last product I'm going to be mentioning is one that I actually tried to put on before filming this video, and then I realized, oh wait, it's empty. It is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Get Paid. I love this. I have another Colourpop eyeliner. You really can't go wrong with Colourpop, honestly. It's like a shimmery, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, let's focus, hold on. Oh God, there it is. It's like a really shimmery, oh, there we go. Kind of like rose gold. So I absolutely loved it. I would definitely repurchase this. Well, I would repurchase it, but I wouldn't, like, I'm not gonna like jump to repurchase this. Like, I'm not gonna go on Colourpop right at this video and be like, oh my God, I ran out anymore. It was, I really did enjoy it, and I really did think it lasted on my eyes. This color I really, really enjoyed, but I feel like I didn't use it enough to repurchase it. You know what I mean? Like, I would definitely buy another Colourpop eyeliner again. I just don't know if I would get this shade just because I feel like I didn't use it as often. But it was really fun to get like a fun color. I wouldn't like jump to repurchase it, but I also wouldn't be against buying it again. So that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. This was actually really fun. I didn't realize that I'd have so many empties, but that's what happens when you start collecting them and you're like, oh, I go through products way faster than I thought. If you want another one of these videos, please let me know in the comments below. I'll probably end up doing one anyway, but it would really help if you guys told me, because then I would know that people actually like watching these, and then I could do them more often with the confidence that you actually want to watch them. I will be also doing a disappointing products video. I've also been collecting those, so that will be in the future at some point. Though disappointing products is a little bit harder for me to collect over time because, again, I don't use that many like new products, so it's a little more difficult for me to find ones that are disappointing. However, I do have a select few that are very not good. So that will be coming in the future, but also if you have any other video suggestions for me, please let me know in the comments below as well, whether they're beauty related or react related or anything else related. I would love to know your suggestions. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, as always, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!